Hey everybody, and welcome to Lex's Lounge. So today I thought I'd take on some of those conspiracy websites that always talk about Illuminati and explain why I don't exactly believe in the Illuminati, while I also think that, average people are not really in control of the world at all. So the idea of an Illuminati is that there's a small group of organized people who are working in an organized, cohesive way to control the world. I do not believe that that works or ever has. And here's the reason. So let's say we got 7 billion people on Earth. Take the richest 10,000 people. That's a lot of people. And each one of them is very, very powerful. None of these 10,000 can be controlled by the other 10,000. So as a result of that, they can't really work in a cohesive group. However, those 10,000 people are easily the ones that run the world. Even though they might not have like a small council that rules the world or a small group of people who make all the decisions for everybody, it is true that the richest people on the planet have formed their own society. It's a society with its own rules. It's separate from the rest of society. It's got factions with it, like old money factions and new money factions, where the members behave quite differently. That's why you got like the new money factions like Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk and Warren Buffett, and then there's the old money factions like the Rothschilds, who I don't believe control the world, but they're certainly incredibly wealthy. And so these factions are all within this top tenth of 1% of society. This group of people, in large part, is watching out for its own interests. They're not necessarily malicious or even organized, but they watch out for themselves, and in doing so, they're always tilting government, they're tilting corporations, and they're tilting large groups of individuals in their favor through money. So that is a big problem. Now, can this problem be solved? I don't really know. As far as I'm concerned, we've always had like a ruling class and a working class, and the ruling class was always very small and the working class was always very large. So unfortunately, I don't know if there's a way out of that. If you guys want to read something that still explores that kind of Illuminati-like world of the rich and powerful, but doesn't dive full batshit crazy into conspiracy theory, there's a book about the Skull and Bones Society. That's a secret society of rich people in Yale University, and the book is called America's Secret Establishment, An Introduction to the Order of the Skull and Bones by Anthony Sutton. I'll link to it in the description. This book was written in the 80s, before there was even an internet, by a guy who did an incredible deep dive research project into one of these secret societies. It's super interesting. It shows you to what degree a small group of ultra-rich people, like how much power they can take relative to how many of them there are. But it also shows you how these groups still kind of fall from grace and lose their power, and they are still subject to forces bigger than themselves. So how powerful is the Skull and Bones Society? Well, in 2004, when George W. Bush ran against John Kerry in the election for the United States, that was 2 members of the Skull and Bones running against each other in opposite parties, which is incredible considering there's only about 500 people who are members of Skull and Bones who are alive at any given moment. So, I mean, they held a lot of power, but it's still not really an Illuminati type of situation. Anyway, that's the show. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to subscribe, hit that like button. See you next time on Lex's Lounge.